playing the game. And when he said, and as soon as Bleak said that Def Jam shit, dude kind of looked, rolled his eyes, and then reacted to the game. But that right there is a microcosm. It's like, yo, all that yelling he was doing on behalf of the crew.
Yup.
And to me, if there's a moment where you feel like yo, we beyond that, we this, we that. I just felt like they could have sat down and just discussed that, and we could have moved different. Like, we there. We don't have to yell at niggas no more. Everybody want to fuck with us now.
Yep. So let's go this route. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
then if Dane wanted to continue with the shenanigans, then you let him know, bro, I can't do this no more.
But to have that man like walk into a meeting, where everybody in the meeting knew what was up was him, he deserved better than that.
Exactly, bro. That's always been my thing. We knew what that nigga was, bro. We knew he was.
Yeah. Like I said, man, you gotta take the good with the bad. And I always say, don't be happy with me yelling today. And tomorrow it's a problem. And to me, everybody was cool with Dame being Dame because it got niggas more money,
right?
More access, and got them more respect because motherfuckers was like, I don't feel like listen to that motherfucker, whatever. Yep. So
facts.
Yo, like they not even disguising their racism anymore, man. Joe Manchin. Well, Senator Joe Manchin, he came out with a so-called compromise on the voting rights bill. And Stacey Abrams was one of the first people to basically say, I'm cool with it. And as soon as she said that, the GOP, they come out and they're like, now that's the Stacey Abrams bill. And I'm just like, what is it about this woman that all these wealthy white men, so-called powerful white men, are scared of?
Question is that? Come on, fam. She's a black woman that know all their tricks, and she exploiting it.
And this is what gets me, right? Most people that you'll speak to, and if you don't believe me, just go to like your most staunchest voting right activists.
Right.
And if you ask them about voter ID, they say you shouldn't even have to have ID because that's a form of a tax because ID costs money. So unless there's whoa, I'm just giving you their point of view.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Stacey Abrams and a lot of people, Barack Obama, like when they asked, they said, so what do you think about the voter ID requirement? This was her response. We should want to know that the person that's placing the vote is the person that's placing the vote. And I don't see any problems making sure that we identify that person correctly.
There we go.
And once again, that point of view is against what most voting right activists are for. And here's somebody that's registered more voters than a motherfucker is saying, damn, like we've been saying, you can't even get no ID, dog.
That's my thing, bro. That's the shit that dumbfounds me. It's like, yo, we bitching about an ID? Y'all telling me y'all ain't got no ID, son?
So
I'm supposed to believe that?
This ain't even about like her wanting, little oversight or anything like that. Like she's saying she's backing it because it protects the states against what they're trying to do from a state level, and the federal law would supersede the state law. And she's saying, hey, if they want a person that's voting to have a certain ID, then that's a compromise that I'm for. Anybody can walk in there with a utility bill.
Yep.
You know, I mean, come on, man. Like, look, yo, IDs in most states are anywhere between like $17 and about $30.
Fam, you got an ID to go cash your checks monthly.
Bro, look, I ain't
You
even
tell me you
talking
ain't got no
about what you
ID.
need. I'm not even talking about what you need it for. I'm just saying, like, the cost. So now I'm saying this, right? Once you get that ID, it's not like you pay that every day. You pay it one time, and it's like for fucking 4 years or whatever. So now you break that up. Even if you broke that up into 4 years, what's 33 divided into 4? Like, you understand what I'm saying? So, like, to even bring the cost up is a valid argument, is not a valid argument. And I'm bringing this up just to say that, like, she's even agreeing with points that the other side was like, oh, well, you don't even want people to have ID. And she's saying, yes, we do. That's cool. Just don't close down all the black precincts. Like, just don't take the power out of the Secretary of State's hand, or the the person in charge of the county voting commission. Like, stop doing that dumb stuff.
Right.
But if all you want to do is ID people, shit, I'm with that. And as soon as she said that, they pounced. Oh, if she likes it, it must be bad for us.
Of course.
And I'm that's just the point I'm to, man. It's like, I'm for people going for like what's gonna help them to a point.
But like I said, bro, she's a black woman that know all of their tricks. Stacey Abrams knows all of their tricks. She utilized all of their tricks during the election. She lost in Atlanta and said, oh, I got you. All right, cool. I'm going to play like how y'all play. And she played how they play.
Mm-hmm.
So the one time she does agree with them, they're like, oh, no. This shit got to be wrong. Yo, she might be doing that on purpose. Like, I'm going to make them think I agree with them just so they can be like, nah, we don't need no IDs. Let people continue doing what they do. Because, normally we just go and do what we do.
Her argument was that they don't even realize that they're hurting poor rural white folks as well. And that, like, yes, of course, she's trying to register, people that are going to vote for progressive issues, but she just really wants everybody to have the right to safely and peacefully vote. And she was like, some of these laws that they're passing are going to have unintended consequences, like even in Georgia, in the western part of the state, and especially in the northwestern part of the state, in that corner. And, what they did, the red hills of Georgia,
right.
up there. Like, come on, man. The motherfuckers still got one post office, and that's like City Hall. Matter of fact, it's connected to City Hall.
It is.
So, all right, man. I'm just saying, like, just pay attention, man. Like, it's not even like implied anymore. It's just like, if the black woman for it, then then we're against it. Let's get out of this politics. We're gonna come back to the insurrection. But Trick Daddy was on Clubhouse. And
first of all, he the last one still standing on Clubhouse.
Okay. And then there's that part. And I didn't listen to what started the Jay-Z, Beyonce rant, or what have you. From where I was standing, like, people was like, oh, so people can't have an opinion. I said, people can always have an opinion, but it's like, what birthed that opinion now when it makes no, like, it doesn't matter anymore if Beyonce can sing?
My question is this: what if Jay decided to come and slap you? Are we gonna look at Jay funny for that?
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're talking about somebody's wife. That's one. You're talking about somebody's wife. And you got every issue in the world, son. You got every issue with your body in the world. You should be trying to keep as much positive energy because you can go at any time with sickle cell. You should be. So why are you talking about this man white for?
Then he got personal.
And there we go.
And that's where I was at. Even for those people that was like, well, he was just saying, I said, nah. Then he got personal about that's why they together. And it's like, yo, like, why is that? And, you know, and then what really got me was the people that was on there, like, yeah, everybody knows she can't sing. And yeah, man, I've been saying Jay was overrated.
Bro, when I hear people that we know say, yeah, I've been saying for a long time she can't sing, that's some bullshit. The woman can sing her ass off. That is some high-level bullshit.
I just don't get how they judge stuff. Like, you can like who you like or whatever. But like, all right, let me just put it like this, right? And I ain't gonna say singing. I'm gonna say black music is like the only place where this is done. Like, let's say you doing your documentary and you become like, you win these awards and this, that, and the other. Now, some people might like or dislike or whatever, but once you got into the point that you start accumulating awards or whatever, no one is going to talk about how overrated you is. If you're a businessman and you brought X amount of dollars to a company and turned it around or whatever, all they're going to talk about is what a great businessman you are. You know, now in music, you get to a point to where you're just so big that you're bigger than even the genre of music you were in. Like, I don't care who's coming out. If Beyonce dropped that week, she's going number one.
That's facts.
You understand what I'm saying? And then if she decide she got a 6-song EP or whatever that she want to get off her chest, now Live Nation like, hey, you know, we got the nannies on deck. You want to take the family out on tour? What your husband doing?
Right. Hove's doing.
So, and I'm joking about this just to talk about just how big they are. In not just black music, not just in music and life, period. So when I see somebody who had a good run,
a very quick good run, but he had
a good run, but a good run.
And Jay showed him super love back then too.
Mad love back then, right? To then come out like at this point, and just to know that when you bring up these topics, more people are gonna want to listen to that audio. I just think it's just super corny right now. It don't have nothing to do.
Bro, it's all about clickbait, bro. It's clickbait.
It ain't got nothing to do with his opinion or whatever. I hear people talk about their preference in music all the time, and it never came out the way that it come out with Trick Daddy. What was the dude, Glasses Malone, when he was talking about, they was asking him about like Snoop compared to Tupac. You have to finish listening to him. I was like,
I felt him.
Yo, he was like, yo, Tupac had been out a while, and it wasn't until he got next to Snoop.
Yep.
And then he brought up like Snoop numbers, and I was like,
yeah, he made good points.
You understand what I'm saying? But nobody attacked dude like, oh my God, you know, Tupac, yo, thug life stand on my chest. Because it was like, it came from a place where he had something to back it up with. That wasn't just bitterness.
Right.
And, you know, and then Trick, he bitter about Ross anyway, man. Like, not, you know, like he was part of like Ross's, you know, power structure at the beginning, and he totally cut out now, and you know, and not even
and like, he cut out because of his mouth too. Let's remember that.
Once again, because
he was running his motherfucking mouth, and then Ross is like, "Oh, okay, say less."
You know, he wasn't done dirty or anything. He decided that he wanted to run his mouth and he didn't want to be part of that. So he decided